Bryce Weech here, BryceWeechMusic.com. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, click that notification bell. So on Friday, July 11th, I had the opportunity to go and see the Violent Femmes play along with this band called My Chemical Romance. So I thought I'd just do a little review of the show. I didn't plan on going. Basically what happens is when they set up their stage, this was at T-Mobile Park here down in Seattle, and when they set up the stage, they basically go, oh, look, there's some more seats here that they can see from. And so they release extra tickets, and actually got a pretty good deal on a couple of tickets in the club level at T-Mobile. So show you here. And I actually took my daughter, who's totally into My Chemical Romance. I had forgotten about them, to be honest, as a band. And this tour is their Long Live the Black Parade, where they play the entire album. So they play the album in its entirety. Now, I'm a sucker for concept albums, so I totally loved it. I thought it was pretty awesome. So let me show you what I mean. Let me give you the review here. So starting out, we got there a little bit late because it is Seattle and there's traffic all the time. So got down there about halfway through the Violent Femmes set, but was still able to actually see them. So here's proof. There's the Femmes there. Let's see. I'll show you here. So this was my seat. So pretty good view of the stage. You couldn't see, from MCR, you couldn't see the drummer at all. But for Violent Femmes, you could see everybody. So that was pretty cool. So that's that there. Here's a good one of my daughter, dressed to the nines for the show. She actually met up with a couple of her friends there, and was able to hang out with them, which was pretty cool. So the set started with Violent Femmes. That was just for this show here in Seattle, and they were awesome. What I did catch of them was awesome. So here I'll play a little clip. If anybody knows Violent Femmes, this is them. They rocked it out. They did great. Sounded pretty good, pretty heavy. For being a stadium, it was pretty amazing. So, fun story, back in the day, in the late 90s, I had some friends that played with the Violent Femmes at Bumbershoot. One of my friends played tuba. I believe the other one played saxophone, and I think another one of my friends played trumpet. I don't know, I wasn't there. I think I was camping or something. I couldn't actually go, so I was kind of bummed about it. But there you go. So more proof that I was actually there. There's my seat. There's my ticket. There's my seat. Let's see. So Femmes were great. Rocked it out. Now, I really didn't know what to expect with My Chemical Romance, but boy, did they bring it out. So this is a show, it's all themed, and so it goes along with this album, The Black Parade, and they're all dressed in, these cool uniforms and stuff. I mean, cool if you really know the story. It's kind of dystopian and weird, but definitely very cool as far as making a stage show. I know they had alluded to it taking something like 2 years to design and bring the show together, which I can believe, because it's just it's a huge stage. There's fire, pyrotechnics, all kinds of stuff, and they performed fantastic. I know it was the opening show for the tour, but and a lot of energy, and it was really great. I did read somewhere that it was a 25-song set, so really, really long set. And they basically played 2 sets. So they played up here on stage. I'll give you a little taste of that. Very cool. Very cool. So, I mean, the production on it is amazing. So, can't really complain there. They had this guy. So, part of the story is one of the guys is kind of a dictator, and they have this guy that comes out, and he looked like one of the guys from What We Do in the Shadows, but I don't know. I couldn't get a good enough picture of him. But that's the back of his hair. If you know what I mean, like you probably know what I mean. So I don't know. It was kind of weird. Fun part of the story though. So once they got done playing this whole album with all kinds of cool effects and stuff timed out, visuals in the back, and the camera work was amazing. They would have someone come out on this middle stage every once in a while. They did like a mock execution and stuff. God, just crazy. So once they did that, and I wish I could remember the name. I could probably look it up. But a cellist came out and performed just a solo, and it was amazing. They had all these effects on there. I wish I got some footage of that because it was pretty awesome. But basically, once they got done with their set, that came on, and what they did was slowly set up a whole nother set down here with a whole... Oops, let's see here. I'm going to delete this. With just a whole nother setup. I mean, not much else to say. Just a whole completely different concert played down here. So they started playing a bunch of their old hits. Let's check this little clip out. I mean, it's just nuts because it was basically two concerts in one. So they, played a ton of their old stuff. It was a whole set in itself. Right? I mean, they played I'm Not Okay. They played just a smattering of their hits, basically. Just the greatest hits set, basically. So, if you have the opportunity to go check it out, I would highly recommend that you do. So, like I said, if you catch it like the day before, maybe, or the day of when they come through to your city, whenever they set up the actual scaffolding and the stage and everything, you'll see they'll probably release some new ones. I got a great deal on these tickets. Really, I think the show, for whatever anybody paid for it, was probably well worth it. To them at least. But no, in general, it was pretty amazing. So my recommendation is, heck yes, go see them if you can. I know that a lot of the shows are sold out. This one was sold out. And the resales were crazy, but once they released some regularly priced tickets, it really wasn't that bad. So that's my recommendation. Go see it. It's pretty good. All right, until next time.